This is Kenny B and his co-host, Robert Bird, the Birdman, and this is the official call. And today on our official tips, we're going to talk about a fighter's being stepped on his foot by his opponent. Take it away, Birdman.
Well, that's a foul. And I want to talk to people out there, all you out there. This is a foul, and the foul is stepping on one's opponent is a foul. And the rule is stepping on one's opponent is a foul. Now, the second part of that is how do we implement compliance with it, okay? And the way we do that is, number one, we say that was a foul and the foul was stepping on one's foot. The second way we can do that is say that anyone who engages in any unsportsmanlike conduct which may cause injury or to an opponent is also a foul. Mm-hmm. And like we've always said is that for an official, the two critical things that they must have, number one is knowledge of the rules, and number two, be in position to see what is going on so that they can bring about compliance with that rule. Okay? So the rule is that you can't step on an opponent. Now, Kenny, there's a certain way that boxers box that lends credence to this.
Yes.
I want to talk about it.
Yes, we definitely want to talk about it because I've been in a situation where it has happened to me. Birdman, what if you could consistently stay in top shape?
I like that.
And we know that inflammation and injury is 90% about stress. What if you could see stress building in your cells before it promotes an injury? What if you could optimize recovery at the cellular level and identify the exact frequencies your body needs to perform at its absolute peak?
Huh? Well, I understand. There's this Dr. Luba Deniger. And she's a former NASA researcher and pioneer in frequency medicine. And she reveals how AI-powered bioresonance technology can revolutionize athletic performance and recovery. From keeping performance at your all-time high to preventing career-ending injuries and seriously cutting recovery time. Now, the Monicor device can change the game for elite athletes. This is the future of peak performance, and it's available today. And if you mention the official call, you also can get a discount.
Hey! Where a fighter stepped on his opponent's foot, and that fighter went down. Mm-hmm. And one has to consider, was it intentional or was it accidental? Mm-hmm. And for the most part, because it's only happened to me twice in my 32 years of refereeing. Usually, if a southpaw, a guy with a left stance, is fighting against a guy that's fighting from the conventional right stance, their lead foot will usually extend out further than the rest of their body. And because of that, often they will step on each other's foot. Mm-hmm. And in a situation like that, one might say, well, how can you tell? Well, you and I have been in the gym while fighters have been sparring, and we have never seen a trainer try to coax his fighter into stepping on one's foot. For the most part, it is purely accidental. And that's how we basically treat it. Mm-hmm. That's how I treated it in the two situations that I was involved in. But the issue now is if the fighter throws a punch, steps on his foot, and the fighter goes down, then now what is the call?
Okay. Well, again, what you said was one of the things that you have to think about when you're looking at this: was it accidental or was it intentional?
Yes.
Now, stepping on one's foot while he's getting hit. Now, the critical thing for the referee to determine is what was the true impetus of that fighter going down?
Mm-hmm.
Was it a legal punch, or was it something other than that?
Right.
In other words, what we have to think about in this case is, did anything other than a legal clean punch contribute to the fighter going down? And if anything other than that legal clean punch contributed to him going down, then we have to deal with that.
Yeah.
And let's say that the fighter's foot gets stepped on, he gets hit, and he goes down. Now we got to determine, would he have gone down? Was his foot not being stepped on?
Did the punch outweigh him being stepped on?
Right.
What happens? What comes? You got to make a decision.
Right. And one of the things that we also say that is a critical part of a referee is positioning.
Yes.
Being in the proper position to see what it is you need to see.
Yes.
And that is one of the reasons why when we have an orthodox versus a southpaw, we tend to stay a step farther out so that we can see the complete position of both fighters, so that we're looking basically at the head all the way down to the feet.
Right.
So that we can make a determination about, was that foot stepped on? And I will say this, let me divert. There are some fighters, that's a part of their repertoire.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And I can remember that in one particular fight, and I won't mention the fighter's name, but he was known to do that.
Right.
And what I said to my executive officer, I said, this person is known to do this. And I'm telling you, if it should occur during the course of the fight, I'm going to view it as that fight stepping on his feet intentionally,
yes.
and I'm not going
yes.
to score it as a knockdown. So
yes.
the key is, as always, knowing the rule.
Yeah.
Is it a foul? And if it is, what do I do to address this foul? I have to find out whether or not it was intentional or accidental, and all of my actions subsequent to taking in all of this information, then I make a decision about what it is I need to do
yes.
in order to bring about compliance
yes.
to this rule.
And I just want to add one more thing. When you talked about positioning, if you're too close to the fighters, if you got a righty and a southpaw, you could miss that.
Yeah.
And distance is a key. So the further back you are, the more you're able to see.
Right.
And when a righty is fighting a lefty, one of the we call that a open side because
yes.
of the position that they're in. The open side will give you more of a visual as opposed to anything else. And that's very critical when it comes to positioning as well.
Right. And because when you have an orthodox versus a southpaw, there are three things that we focus on primarily. And that is headbutts, because
yes.
it's going to happen because they're
yes.
in close proximity. Low blows, because of, the same thing.
Yes.
And the one that most people kind of forget, stepping on one's feet.
Right.
And it's going to happen. And it
yes.
happens often
yes.
in a fight. The question we have to determine is it being done intentionally or is it not?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is our official tip to all of you young referees out there, some of you old veteran referees out there, but the fans out there, so you can better understand what it is you're looking at.
Yes.
Okay? When you look at orthodox versus a southpaw, these are some of the things that we're looking for and we're looking at. And now you, as the fan, you're going to be much more knowledgeable and you're going to be looking at that too.
So with that being said, like the Birdman said, that's the official tip for the day. And I always remember one thing. What I say you must obey.
Well, let's do this.